Alright kids, it's time for another episode of KittyKatGaming with your host, Mortimer!
KKG! KKG! Yay!
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of KittyKatGaming. I am playing more Katawa Shoujo for you guys today. This is a dating game, and the main focus of the game is dating cute girls who have disabilities, and there is some nudity in this game, so that's a heads up. It might not be safe for work if you are watching this at work on your break or whatever. But we just found out that we have a heart arrhythmia. We've been hospitalized for it, and the only way to go back to school is to go to this special school where we go to school with 24-hour nursing staff and a hospital on the side, and we have to live at the school. So this is our first day at school. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wonder if it ever looked like, I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Looks like it belongs to a mansion to me. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. Wow, it looks like that's a real painting. They just put a filter on. It's beautiful. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my steps to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh cut grass, and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few buildings loom behind the leafy canopies, too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It looks like it's a fucking amazing school to me. I would go here. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head it doesn't feel like one. I wondered if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. It makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped down into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again, how they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calmer color. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous when with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. Well, he looks disheveled. You must be Niki Nakai. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable at situations like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost missed what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, isn't that normal? Of course, but not everybody likes to be the center of attention. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Right, but it's no problem. Well, let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. Man, I always lived in the same place my entire life when I was going to school, so I never had to move to a new school and start a new life at a school. I can't even imagine how hard that would be. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as a classroom for class 3-3. Oh, oops. Muto opens the door and enters. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Ah, get a grip. This is a big step, I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it, at least not this soon. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, particularly so I won't have to meet the curious gaze of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's lots of space left over and around between the desks. Oh, what is this, like, weird music? Oh my gosh, they all look so cute. I love all these students. An entire wall is taken up by blackboards, and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school, but then, why would they be here? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's not immediately obvious. Then I notice that one girl seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. Wow, there's even a girl with pink hair. This is an anime for sure. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me, a girl with really long, straight hair that is pretty eye-catching, and she sees me looking back at her. She covers her face with her hands and as if it will make her invisible. Aww. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers over at me at the rim of her glasses and goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute, so in the cheery-looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. Okay, so this is the deaf girl? And the girl with pink hair. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands so that he does everyone else, except for one girl in the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for the applause I did not deserve. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Hisao Nakai. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along well with everyone even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I end up saying nothing and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied even with what little I said. Though, a few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. Could have gone worse. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along with letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently when he's done. They clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. Sorry. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against the other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. It makes you feel a little bad. We're gonna be doing some group work today, so it'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She is a class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignment and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh right, Hakamichi is right there. Shizune Hakamichi. Ah, it's the pink-haired girl, of course. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl— God, her skirt is short. The cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Ha 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 ha. What? I'm caught off by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi Shi-chan. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She has short yet carefully, neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses bounced on the tip of her dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few more gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, you'll be able to talk to people and who better to explain things to you. I can see that you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is death, so I'm the person who's translating things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says, nice to meet you too. You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right. He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today so soon. He-chan, right? He-chan? Yep, it fits, doesn't it? Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I never liked that nickname. I don't really see how. It fits. You look just like I imagined. Haha, you look just like He-chan. Okay, this is going on a little long. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know she's a class representative, so if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Misha stumbles with a hard word a bit, making it stick out of her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kinda came straight to class today. Haha. That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shi-chan. Hahaha. Learn about where you're going. I guess I didn't bother to do that or just care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it. I half-assedly, but anyways, I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seemed like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me in unexpectedly deep. You look down, are you okay? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. Wahaha, alright. What's going on? Another thing, you don't have to call me Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan. Aha, okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate? Yep, Shizune is fine. Heh, okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier, especially about Shizune, who I assume would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess. Huh? Oh, right, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. Well, ha, that too! Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. So we finished a few minutes early before anyone else in the class. Despite our late start, Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. The clock tower bells ring, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I followed Misha, who was beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend below the lobby where I meet Muto down to the bottom floor. Just like everything else in the school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Well, next time on the next episode of Kitty Cat Gaming, we are going to do lunchtime and meet some more of the students in this dating game. Be sure to subscribe button so you guys don't miss it, and I'll see you guys all then. Bye, everybody!